Hello everybody, welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name's Chris, I'm your coach and sports therapist, and this video is an update of my continuous triple Ironman distance race in July 2024. So a lot has changed since I last uploaded my previous video. Previously I was going to be doing the Brutal Events continuous triple. Unfortunately, Brutal Events have announced the closure of their business this coming September, and therefore they've cancelled their event. They're continuing with the Brutal Triathlons up in Snowdonia, however they're not doing the Redcar Series 24. So like most people, I was absolutely gutted because I've really wanted to do this for quite a while and I've been building up slowly over time. I also am gutted because I wanted to do the Redcar in 5 years' time. That being said, it is what it is. It's a shame to see a company kind of discontinue, if you will, but I'm sure they'll be amazing and go on to bigger and better things in the future. Me, however, I've decided to continue my journey and to go ahead with the continuous triple, doing it completely on my own. And it's left me to all the planning and the preparation for it, and the support from my kind of fellow coached athletes, so the Recovery Lab team, if you will, which is amazing and something I'm truly grateful for. So I've gone on to Garmin Connect. I've used their online mapping system to develop some courses. I've used my local area. I've tried to use my head. Initially, if you live in Cardiff or the surrounding areas in Wales, then initially I planned on using for the bike route the Ogmore loop. It's a kind of around about 50 to 60 mile loop, and a lot of people use it for Ironman training. Now, that being said, upon thinking and kind of trying to dive into kind of feed stations, planning preparation, the safety element of it, because obviously the duration of the course, effectively the window that I would have on the official course is 64 hours. Now, naturally, being awake for 64 hours is going to take its toll on my body in regards to sleep deprivation, potential kind of side effects of sleep deprivation, and then obviously the safety element of that, all kind of all encompassed. So naturally I kind of created a shorter loop. Now initially again it was trying to match the elevation, but around by me there are lots of country lanes, which naturally in the pitch black aren't going to be as safe for me or for potential other road users. So what I've gone about and done is taking it right back to basics, set up a fairly simple and simplistic safe route, kind of going around Cardiff Bay, and it's kind of monotonous as was the other course, because the other course that Brutal Events created was literally one road. You kind of went up one hill and you went down it, you turned around, you kind of went back up and went down, you turned around, and you repeated it for 336 miles. Now, to give you an idea of the distances in regards to the continuous triple, it is exactly that. It is triple the distance of an Ironman. All done in all the swim, all the bike, and then all the run, done together with limited to no sleep. Now, I'll go on to talk a little bit more about the sleep deprivation side of things, but 7.2 miles is 11,587.28 meters, or 11.59 kilometers. The bike is 336 miles, also 540.74 kilometers, and the run course is 78 miles, and that's 125.53 kilometers. The course of which is pretty extensive. What I'm going to be using and trying to plan is the swim. I'm planning on using my local beach, which makes the swim a little tougher. I'm going to be using Whitmore Bay down in Barry Island. Now, for those who follow me on socials or on this channel, all of the swim videos are done in Whitmore Bay. I tend to swim there every Sunday, and will be for the duration of my training, swimming there every Sunday, roughly kind of 2 hours at a time. Now, the bay itself, as you can see on the image above, now the bay itself is kind of like a U-shaped bay, and it's roughly from wall to wall about 750 meters. There's 7 bays in this one bay, if you will. So if you were to go by the water and turn around, you'd see kind of bay numbers marked 1 to 7. And it's roughly, give or take, I tend to stay away from the actual walls because there's sharper rocks underneath. So depending on tide times, something of which I still have to kind of double check and kind of work out the health and safety of that because of the nature of the beast. What I'm planning on doing is doing the whole swim there, which roughly, if you're talking 750 meters ish, or 7 to 750 from either end, I'm planning on doing about 11,600 meters in the sea. Now, the current tends to go one way or the other depending on where the tide is going, so either way you'll be swimming one with the current and one against the current. For those who don't know about the Bristol Channel, it is the second fastest tidal time current in the world, first being the North Sea. So it can be pretty tough. So swim times at the moment, basing on a 2 minute per 100 meter kind of average, so a nice steady average, you're looking at about 3 hours and 52 minutes. That's not including the current and kind of how rough the water conditions are on the day. That being said, unless it's absolutely life-threatening, I will be doing that swim in the sea regardless of conditions, because I train in all weather conditions. So I'm not necessarily afraid on the time. It's more about a health and safety aspect. Naturally, as much as I want to push myself, I also don't want to die, as you can imagine. Now, the bike route that I've kind of created is 11.1 or 11.10 kilometers long. It's a total of 65 meters total ascent and 65 meters total descent, meaning that it will be a total of 49 loops on the same course, totaling a grand total of 543.9 kilometers in total, taking it just over 3 kilometers more than the triple distance requirement. The total ascent and descent is 3,185 meters. And what I've worked so far is at a kind of Ironman basic, meeting the standards to kind of make cutoff, if you will, for an Ironman course. I've kind of put it at 22 kilometers. Normally it's 21.7 kilometers an hour. This is based on 22 kilometers an hour to kind of allow for fatigue. Each loop will take about 30 minutes and 17 seconds, meaning that based on that pace, it's going to take roughly 24 hours and 30 minutes without any fatigue or stoppages to be included. Now, the run course is a similar run course, and those who've been following me for quite a while now will remember that in March, I think it was March, was it March? No, May 2019, I broke the current record for the most half marathons in a month for one of the Guinness World Records. At the time, it was 18 half marathons within the month. I took it to 35, and I'm going to be using the same run course for that, for this challenge as well. One, because I know it incredibly well, and two, it's also around that kind of bay barrage loop, as you can see by the map in the picture. This is 10.93 kilometers long, and has a total of 89 meters ascent and 88 meters descent. The 78 miles includes 125.53 kilometers. The loop, however, will mean to achieve that distance, I'll have to do 11.48 loops. Now, naturally, I'm not going to stop halfway through the last loop. I'm going to continue to get 12 loops, and which means if I run them at 6.5 minute kilometers, it'll take roughly an hour and 11 minutes and 4 seconds per loop. Without stoppages and fatigue, this will take roughly 14 hours and 21 minutes. Naturally, there's going to be, this is a very, very rough estimation, because naturally after 543 kilometers, anything can happen on that run, and I'm fully aware of that. But to roughly guide everything, 12 loops is naturally a little bit longer. So instead of the 125.53 kilometers, I'll end up running a total of 131.16 kilometers with an ascent of 1,068 meters and a total descent of 1,056 meters. The grand totals of my entire race is going to be 11,600 meters for the swim, 543.9 kilometers for the bike, 131.16 kilometers for the run. That adds up, if your math is as good as mine, a total of 686.66 kilometers. Now, a couple of days ago, I interestingly posted a post on my Instagram and onto Facebook, as well as the community tab on Recovery Lab TV, so check that out if you haven't already. I posted saying there's 107 days until my race day. Now, funny enough, I posted it into the Facebook group Training for an Ironman, mostly because I've been trying to get donations for the RNLI, because this year I'm aiming to raise as much money for the RNLI whilst doing these challenges and a few training ones building up to it. Now, something really interesting afterwards happened. A guy called Jason Jackson commented on that post, and you can find it on the Ironman group, stating that there's actually a world record for the longest single event triathlon. That's currently held on the Guinness World Records website, so if you want to check that out, by all means do so. It's currently set by a gentleman called Will Davis. The record as it stands was broken in the UK in Redcar on the 24th of June 2023. And the current record for this event is 374.5 kilometers. This record was broken. Will Davis broke the record, and the record was set originally the year before by a gentleman called Stephen Green, and his record was set on the 13th of August 2022, and that was 364.4 kilometers. So as you can see, it was set just literally by 10.1 kilometers further. I, however, by pure chance and pure coincidence, will aim to beat the record by a further 312.16 kilometers. This is purely by chance. I've actually applied to the Guinness World Records to officially break this world record and make it official. So I'm currently waiting for the guidelines for this record to be sent to me and be contacted by Guinness World Records. It's purely an added extra, and would be amazing to get it official. That being said, if it doesn't happen, then I really don't care, to be honest. I'll still be going out and doing exactly what I've set out to do. This will just be the icing on the cake and a cool plaque on the wall, naturally. But yeah, it's something that I'm looking to plan in and looking to really push myself. This will be by far the biggest event that I've ever done. It's going to be something that is going to push me completely out of my comfort zone. The furthest bike ride I've ever done is, in regards to time, is roughly about 14 and a half hours. This was achieved a couple of years back when I was taking a team of people from John O'Groats to Land's End in 8 days, and I think this was day 7 that was the longest. And yeah, so cycling 24, 25 hours is something that will be experienced for the first time on the day. That being said, I have a number of events and training that will be led up to get me ready for this record attempt and this challenge attempt. Each week I plan on showing you my training and dropping a video to let you know how I'm getting on and what my training is looking like, so it can potentially inspire you guys to, one, look behind the scenes and see what it takes to do something like this, and also to give your input, because naturally, as much as I am a fully qualified coach, and this has been something I've been doing for quite a while now and a number of years, at the same time I'm still learning, and I'm still willing to learn. So for those who have experience in these type of things, if you've ever done multi-day events like this, and you've kind of gone past the Ironman distance, or someone, by all means tag them in the comment section. Put as many questions as you can in the comment section, ask as many things as you want, or give as much advice as you can, because it'll all be greatly appreciated. If you want to follow along for my journey, by all means hit that subscribe button. I'm going to share as much as I possibly can to both explain myself and also help you guys, and hopefully inspire you along the way, okay? If you can, head to the link below, and if you fancy it, give my donation page a little touch. And yeah, I look forward to taking you guys along this journey, and I look forward to sharing the journey with you guys, okay? Otherwise, hope you have an amazing day. Take care. Please like, subscribe, and share the video if you can. Otherwise, I shall see you again soon. Take care.